Hey, welcome back, my friends. This is the Predictive Playbook. We are going to talk about the NBA and a free pick in the games tonight. But first, I want to go over some of the headline news. We're just finding out now that Joel Embiid is a scratch tonight for Game 5. That just coming out a few minutes ago. The rumors were kind of swirling on this, and it's not surprising that that is the decision of the 76ers management not to play him in the Game 5 tonight. But I do believe that the Sixers now can prepare to play a game without Embiid. It's much more difficult to play a game when your star player gets injured in the game and no real backup plan is in place, so to speak. Of course, there are backup plans. They practice it all the time. But when it actually occurs in the game, it's very difficult to recover from an injury like that. I think that's what we saw in the Lakers game last night, but that was really kind of appalling basketball, to be honest with you. I'm not one to call out NBA players, but I think if you watched TNT last night, Shaquille O'Neal took care of that for us, saying that they were soft and that nobody was wanting to step up to fill the shoes of Anthony Davis, which is kind of amazing when you think about it. And, Charles Barkley flat out said they're not winning the series. In a comical sort of way, I said that before Charles said it, and that was before AD was not in the lineup. I really thought that the Suns were the better team because of the better second lineup, and I think we're going to see that going forward on Thursday with that matchup. Let's move over to the angle of the day here, and this is the game that is the free pick, and this is a game that I like quite a bit. Sometimes these angles are put out, especially on the Wager Talk NBA show, to promote discussion back and forth. But they're always a play that I'm going to be leaning on or have as a premium pick for my clients in the subscriptions. So, this game is obviously tonight at 10 o'clock. It's the Mavericks Clippers tied at 2-2. And I do believe that the Mavericks can come away with a win here. So you're going to bet on road teams playing with same season revenge of a double-digit loss. And in the playoffs, that's not hard to do. And this is the exact setup for this situation. So you can see that these road Avengers are 123 and 69 with two pushes for a record of 64% winning bets over the last 5 seasons. And if our road team is a dog of not more than 7.5 points, then the record improves to 33 and 17 for 67% against the spread over the last 5 seasons. Now, if our road team is installed as a dog of any size and is averaging more than 110 points per game on the season, which, by the way, is the average NBA team of the last 3 seasons combined, the record becomes a highly profitable 25 and 10 against the number for 71.4% winning bets over the last 5 seasons. This all adds up to your angle of the day best bet on the Dallas Mavericks plus the points over the LA Clippers. And yes, I would sprinkle a little bit more on the money line. And what I mean by that, and generally when anybody says that, it means that you're going to take 80% of your normal bet. So if you're a $100 player, you're going to take $80 and bet it getting the points on the line. You're going to take the remaining $20 and bet it on the money line. It does not mean always to add more to the bet size. You want to keep the bet size the same, just as I discussed in the in-game live betting strategies that I've outlined on the Mandy's Pub show. And now that I mentioned that, at 4 o'clock today, we're going to be starting that show, and we're going to be diving. I'm telling you, we're going to be diving deep into the NBA, especially with the news out of LA, the news out of Boston with Danny Ainge resigning. There's a lot going on in the NBA right now, and a lot of it is hopefully going to be positive down the road. But right now, with the injury to Anthony Davis, the injury to Joel Embiid, the Sixers can get by the Washington Wizards. I don't think the Lakers have a chance right now against the Suns. Totally two different teams, Suns as compared to the Wizards. And that's how it is. So I do think the Sixers tonight, as another free pick, are going to take care of business and get it over with, and then get Embiid rested for the second round. And it is a meniscus type injury, so hopefully it's not going to be more than just this round. But it looks like he will not play the remainder of this first round. So the Sixers would really want to ice this thing up tonight in 5 games and get everybody rested for the next series, which appears to be the Atlanta Hawks. Now, lastly, I wanted to take a look at some prop bets here. And I do think, as unlikely as it is, there's some really good value in taking triple doubles tonight on 2 players. And one of them, of course, is going to be Ben Simmons. You're getting plus 600 right now at DraftKings. And with Embiid out, whether he plays the fourth quarter or not with the free throw shooting is another story. I think he'll figure that out. You're not going to foul a guy in the fourth quarter if he's hitting 65% or even 60%, because it doesn't pay off. It just doesn't pay off. And I think he's going to figure it out. But more importantly, with Embiid out, he's going to be in control of that offense. You can expect Tobias Harris to have a huge night, 30-plus points from him. And Danny Green, they have role players that are going to step up. And, I never like seeing a team like the Lakers go through what they did last night. It's not fun for anybody to witness that kind of stuff where 10 points are scored in the second quarter with LeBron James on the floor. I mean, it just was almost sickening. Even if you were betting on the other team, it just doesn't feel good. It's not a well-played game. And the other player is Luka Doncic. He's plus 500 for a triple-double at DraftKings. So I think those two as prop bets. And I use pizza money. Pizza money, depending on where you live, could be anywhere from $10 to probably $25 in some of these metropolitan areas. But, I think $20, if you're betting $100 a game, I think throwing 20 at 6-1 and 20 more at 5-1 is a pretty wise, solid betting opportunity, and don't do any more than that. So I think that's about all I have for today. I'm going to be right back here with a Major League Baseball angle of the day, another one that I really like. And then we have a couple shows coming up. We have Nick Borman of Wager Talk with the PGA and the Memorial event that starts early tomorrow morning. And he'll be on at 3:45 Eastern Standard Time, followed by the Predictive Playbook at Manny's Irish Pub, which has become everyone's favorite because you don't know who's all going to stop by. Tony Finn, Rob Vino, myself are going to be there. But we always have special guests just dropping in the show, and I send the link out to a lot of guys. And if they have time, they pop in and they give out some really good advice like Las Vegas Chris did yesterday with information about expected line value and how he plays it, and how he's going to try to play this year in the Circa and the Super Contest out in Las Vegas. And if you don't know who he is, he came in second and fifth in the Circa out of 3,500 entries last year. So, a veteran, and that's not the first time he's ever cashed. So this is a guy that you truly want to follow very closely as NFL football and college football begin to get closer. In fact, we have 99 days till the opening kickoff of the regular season for the NFL. And that's pretty exciting when we're down to double digits, right? So that'll conclude the show here. So for the Predictive Playbook, sportsmemo.com and wagertalk.com, may all the wins be yours.